Yeah, now that I know she is, that's strange. So it's her talking in the voice. So it's her and Loki talking. And the people they talk to is about like the mad one, which is Odin, the whole time. So the anonymous person in the real world that's telling us to find whatever the sentence was, or whatever the recording was. It's find the mad one, which is like Odin, or I guess technically us, but I'm not sure what he calls himself exactly. I don't remember like the whole thing that he said. I'll have to go back and like look and like listen to it.
What is all this?
Look at you! A battle-hardened Vikinger! Just what we need.
Oh, and what do you need this battle-hardened warrior for?
One day, we will be the greatest warriors beneath our banner. Skulls will write songs of the wolf pack, but we must first practice our raiding.
Going on a raid, then we shall raid. 3 wolves, and I will be the 4th to your lead.
Wolf pack! Onwards!
Wolf pack!
They ran. 4 warriors, like 4 limbs of one clawing body. Each limb built to kill, destroy.
What am I meant to be doing? Just follow the kids? Are they actually gonna raid? Oh my god, they're actually gonna like fight people.
They arrived at the village.
Oh, okay, it's just dummies.
At the ready for the slaughter. To war!
It's actually a neat little setup that they've done here.
Together, the wolf pack stands in the wreckage of the enemy village. Nothing remains but falls to be taken and flaming carnage. Come and kneel before your raid leader, Big Wolf.
A successful raid.
Yes. With your help, we slaughtered the Raven clan for good.
The Raven clan,
Oh.
you say?
Yes, just like Shot Valhalla stories. One day I'll be just like him. Dr. the Raven clan!
Oh, now that's dark.
Shutface young raiders. I'll see you wolves on another battlefield one day.
Okay, before I continue this, there's something I want to do. I want to go outside the Animus and do some research for a little bit before I continue this quest line.
Go, soon.
So I'm gonna get close to the thing, get close to the bar, save it. Oh man, that was so sick, that video. It's so like well done, like so like just the quality of it. It was really, I mean, it was really fast though. Even with all that we got, it was really fast. Not as fast as like the videos that we got, but alright. How do I go back to... How do I leave the thing again? Alice? No. How do I leave the Animus? I forgot. Do I not get to leave the Animus voluntarily? Am I just forgetting something? Here we go, Animus. Exit simulation. I saved it, but... Let's see if we can get anything else. I want to check the laptop. I want to check like any emails and stuff. I want to hear that video message again. We've got so little like real world stuff. Unfortunately, it's what a majority of the fan base wants. They want less real world stuff, and I agree it's not the best these days. But before the Abstergo, like it was in the Desmond Saga, it was like real good. It's only afterwards that it got like really, you know, it kind of started sucking a lot, and people didn't like it, especially when that happens like 4 in a row, like 4 games in a row. Ordered Ancients. The more we see the Ordered Ancients, the less they resemble the Templars as we know them today. How did this evolution take place? This older order was obsessed with our EC precursors. They worshipped them as gods, aspired to be a status and power, and coveted their works and weapons in the name of the order, yes, but with a very strict hierarchy that placed the EC well above humankind. Volke, nicknamed the instrument, also wielded that term as an adjective. She believed that humans were deeply flawed, less of beings meant to serve. The Templars believe in man. A more admirable approach, I'll admit. Templars believe in man, a more admirable, yeah. So the Order and Templars, they somewhere along the line they have to shift. Become the Order that worshipped the Isu, and becoming the Templars that believed in man and believing of robbing people's freedom for order. Could it be that the modern instruments of the First Will represent some sort of return to the distant past? Huh. Instruments of the First Will are the faction that are trying to revive Juno. So they're more similar to the Order of the Ancients than Templars, because they worshipping at least one of the Isu. Modern instruments of the First Will represent... Modern instruments of the First Will represent some sort of return to the distant past. Revival of Dead Order, did they never truly vanish? Ah, interesting. The Order of the Ancients became the instruments of the First Will. And the Templars are kind of like an offshoot somehow, or something new.
Whoa!
What the hell? Oh, earthquake, that's right. This world's going to shit, if I remember correctly. Okay, that's what I wanted to read. I wanted to read what was right here. King Alfred Rex, Alfred the Great, we know about famous Holy Vision uniting all the kingdoms of England, one country under one rule, sort of the United Nations of England, or maybe, or just England. Never saw his vision came to fruition though he'd laid the foundation for it, too busy fighting Vikings. Strangely, Shakespeare never wrote a play about Alfred and the Vikings, missed opportunity. Now the summer of our peace, calm, made glamorous into by limit of your work, okay. Let's to go back in, I'm good. Hidden Ones. Ava spent quite a bit of time with Basim now, and together with Hytham, here's a clearer picture of the Hidden Ones in the 9th century. They are recognizable as assassins in all but name. Which makes me think they evolved quite naturally into what we know from Altair's time. The word assassin comes from the Arabic word harsh smokers. It may be the Hidden Ones adopted this epithet as a mark of pride more than anything, turning an insult into a mark of pride. Curiously, I do remember one passing reference in some of the old literature about Hytham being one of the first assassins back in England after the Exodus around 430 AD. I should contact our London Bureau for Edward and Callaway's papers. Had he read about this early assassin? Is that why he named his son as he did? It seems likely. Hytham. Ah, yes. Edward named his son Hytham. Or Haytham. He names his son Hatham, but it's similar to Hytham. Do you remember one passing reference in some of the old literature about Hytham being one of the first assassins back in England after the Exodus? Right. Should contact our London Bureau for Edward and Cameron's papers. So Edward maybe perhaps read about Hytham? Is that why he named his son as he did? It seems likely. That is very true. Here's the staff, which we still got, thankfully. Norse settlements in England. Must send a team to excavate at the settlement location discovered through latest simulation. River, Neen, near modern Leicestershire. We find bodies, graves, goods, evidence of war. Plenty of precedent to go on here. Most towns in England ending with Thorpe and by were founded by Norse warriors. Okay, yeah. Even York comes from Jorvik, a Norse mutation of Eforwick. Evolution works at all levels, on humans, on language. We know that the language of the settling Norse was a close cousin of the Old English spoken by the Saxons. In this way, they were mutually intelligible. In most basic ways, at least, this would count for the rapid success of the Norse and conquering and integrating with the locals. Sharrow thought if the Americans still spoke English, they could invade the UK with similar success. Okay. Okay, here we go. Here's a laptop. Alright.
Let's have a look.
Actually, before that, I want to finish reading this stuff.
Sean has been busy.
Audio fragments sent from an unknown location to our encrypted servers. Nothing was stolen, nothing corrupted, just a quick deposit and gone. We got lucky this time. So what is it? Cryptic sound file, voice unknown, signal beneath it. The signal was a code. Led to us precise spot here in England. We dug, good lord, we struck gold. Point is the gravesite, Norse warrior dating to the late 9th century, early 10th century AD. 3 centuries before the earliest known settlements. This is big news if you have it right. How did these bones get here and why? Okay, where's like Sean and Rebecca? Where are they? Rebecca's out here. Hello, can't talk to you. Hello?
Feeling okay?
Better. But I'm worried that it could happen again. The 2 data streams.
I can't promise.
All of a sudden
that.
we're inside,
I
okay.
barely understand it myself.
It felt like 2 minds, fighting over 1 brain. It hurt like a shotgun to the head.
Right. There's something about this Vikings DNA sample that feels dense, noisy.
Could it be the staff? Interfering somehow?
How do you mean?
My headaches, my temper. They started the day I got that thing.
I hope you're not making excuses for, you know, your friend.
Jesus, no. I'm not.
Sorry. Just take it easy. And if you feel yourself slipping again, let us know.
I'm trying. I really am.
Okay, so what's interesting is that Loki wants... Now that I know something, this stuff makes it a lot more interesting now that it's here. Like if... Okay. She goes out to sit here. Where's Sean? Where's Sean at? Oh look, a can. Imagine a can. Oh yeah, the Aurora. Dude, I've almost completely forgotten that there's things happening in the real world, not in the universe of Assassin's Creed. Like the world is like having tremors and earthquakes and stuff.
Someone will be happy.
Layla.
Where am I going? Back
Sean,
inside,
what do you
okay.
make of the grave out there?
Well, it overturns a few hundred years of scholarship about the first Europeans to set foot in North America. Apart from that, it's just a bunch of muddy bones, isn't it?
Can we talk about this thing on my neck for a second?
Ah,
It's not
Immune
harmful, is it?
stabilize, yeah.
I mean, I feel good.
there
No
shouldn't
side
be.
effects.
It's only blocking outside signals. A passive effect.
Sean, what happened last year?
I understand. Still,
Yeah,
Then
we've had this dialogue
it's
before.
just a few more weeks.
You're right.
We've had this dialogue before. I just want to make sure there's nothing else outside that we can interact with. I don't really know how we end up like just buried there, but we're probably not going to find out. I don't know how far out we can go, to be honest. And I can't parkour up, okay. She can in the anomalies, but not in real life, I guess. Yeah, I'm not really sure if I can, how far I can go.
Can't run away from this.
Okay, I can't. Okay, there we go. I wanted to know. Yeah, it's kind of awkward, the real life stuff, because their character models just teleport to their... Like, teleport to, like, inside the building. That's super strange. Like, it's not very, like, polished. They should just say the dialogue there, but I guess it's, like, set. Anyway, let's move on. Let's go look at the laptop. Let's look at, so we get to see, alright, all the fragments. Strange message.
I lived.
Okay.
I died. And now I sleep. And in my sleep I dream. And in my dreams I see an end to the doom that will grip the earth once again. Find the wolf-kissed. Find the mad one.
Definitely,
Find me.
definitely bat Loki or
And
Basim.
save us all from another death.
Yeah, definitely Basim. Find mad one, find me.
Layla, thought you might be interested.
Can I make this bigger? That's very... There's no... Why would we watch it like this? How small it is. Okay. Read me one. Okay, hey guys, thanks for sharing with me the manuscript you found. It's really amazing. It's the first time you have a key to read some inscriptions from the precursors. So this is the text. Wait, it gets even better. I immediately saw some suspicious similarities with ancient languages. So now that I could decipher the glyphs, I dug into our precursor archives for more sources. Had to sort through many different types of writings we found on precursor sites to find some similar to that inscription. It's quite puzzling how many seemingly unrelated writing systems they had. Maybe the precursors were not as monolithic a civilization as we think. Anyway, after more in-depth comparative work, the conclusion is unequivocal. This language is related to the ancient languages from Indo-European family, maybe even others. In fact, given the corpus I've studied, I would say that there's probably an ancestor to them, or at least had significant influence on them. It's truly fascinating. The comparative work, I was able to partially understand some of the inscriptions. The one above reads, "When destruction and death threatens before us, and the solar flare is reaching to the calculator of futures we run." Put my other findings in this shared folder in case they can be of use. Keep me posted if you find anything else, Anthony. Wonder who that is. Anthony. Member of the modern day assassins and a linguist. Okay. Okay, no one special, but he's just a normal linguist. Alright, so what's number 2? Perhaps this one? Canterbury, something, Quebeson, Jerusalem, Serengeti, Xi'an. Okay, so different locations, different texts. This is the first part of the manuscript you found in Canterbury. Actually, hang on. Oh, it's in Kent. Okay, that's right. Okay. It's in Canterbury. It uses a cursive version of the alphabet that appears to be same as the one used in Voynich manuscript, although the handwriting is clearly different. Translation: announced on this day, 24/21/61, i.e., a message from the council. So labor we cannot do ourselves. We require animals of great strength but limited sense, freedom of action but not full of thought, To guarantee full control over their behaviour, they must be credulous in matters of imagination. They must be suspicious in matters of fact. They must see patterns where there are none. They must doubt correlations that go against their desires. In all, they must be thought of as our instruments, not our children. They will build for us, harvest for us, toil for us, on land, in the sea, in the sky. They shall be tools to be used, not creatures to be coddled. Our current father, Yeldabaoth, has given the order to start production. Our current mother, Suckless, has compiled and presented the designs. The current voice, Samael, has gathered the required talent. Oh, okay. So Yeldabaoth, Suckless, and Samael, they're the people that they're talking about in the text, in the dialogue where we do the anomalies. Give me 1 second, I'm reading some stuff. Okay. So, Samael is a high-ranking official part of the Isu triad, and he was the sacred voice. On day 24, year 2161 of the Isu era, which is up here, i.e. Isu era, so he had two counterparts. The Father of Understanding, Yeldabaoth, who is... Yeah, Yeldabaoth is given order to start production. This is talking about the production of humans. What do ancients look at these titles as holders as holy beings to worship until being reformed into the Templar order? The Elder Bells was an issue of try which is titled Father of Understanding. Okay. So we got Samael, the Elder Bells, and Mother of Wisdom, Staklas. Revered by the Order of the Ancients. Part of a triad. It has been acknowledged that Staklas and Juno held this title. Okay. To be bestowed upon them by an unidentified issue Supreme Council. During Staklas' reign as Mother of Wisdom, she was one of the three Project Anthropos alongside Father of Understanding. Yep, we still managed to design schematics. And to be scientist philosophers, okay. Alright. So there's no pictures of them. But basically, Yaldabaoth, Staklas, and Samael were a triad of Isu who was tasked with Project Anthropos, which was a scientific effort by the Aesir branch of the Isu, so specifically like the Norse like branch of Isu. So I'm guessing the Yaldabaoth, Staklas, and Samael, I'm guessing they're part of the Aesir branch. Well, they are part of the Aesir branch, but I'm not really sure if they're exactly Aesir, but they have to be, really. So it's a scientific effort by the Aesir branch of the Aesir to create a human race. Originally begun with the sole intent of having humans worship their creations as gods, other Isu soon saw the benefits of the docile beings and forced them into subservient slave workforce. So other Isu soon saw blah blah blah. So not necessarily the same branch, not necessarily the Aesir, but anyway. Commissioned around 2161, which is the same date as this, 2161, of the Isu era, under supervision of the Father of Understanding, Yaldabaoth, Staklas, and Samael, Project Anthropos sought to create a species in the Isu's own image that was extremely resilient but completely subservient. Project's first success was achieved when the Isu scientist Phanes, using blueprints left by Consus. Phanes was a highly regarded Isu scientist from Eden and the creator of the human species, who eventually fell in love with a human that he created, and abhorred by this, his peers expunged his name from the histories. He fled to Atlantis with his beloved. Sometime later, Phanes's lover became pregnant with a baby girl who they named Eve. The situation became even more precarious as Isu wanted to conduct experiments on the hybrid. So she was the first hybrid, and Consus was the erudite god Prometheus, and the Voices was a famed Isu scientist and creator of the Pieces of Eden. Okay. Towards the end of his life, Consus was afraid of death, transferred his consciousness into his prototype Shroud of Eden. Yeah, I think I know this. Consus developed affinity for the human species, impressed with their ability to become more than what the first civilization had ever intended, and communicate with various individuals in various forms of history. Became a guardian of sorts. Blah blah blah. In days before the Toba catastrophe, Consus was known as a scientist. Consus helped his master Festus to create devastating weapons for their side, the Swords of Eden. So I don't want to go too much into it, but anyway, back to the project. So, project's first success was achieved when Isu scientist Phanes, using the blueprints left by Consus, successfully manipulated the DNA of a pre-existing species, probably apes or Neanderthals, to force a rapid evolution into a form more suitable for the project's goals. Despite this success, however, subservience proved to be an issue, and the project was threatened with the closure by the Isu authority in Eden. The Isu authority in Eden was the governing body of Isu in the city of Eden. Okay. Consistent disobedience with the humans against the Isu masters, Isu authority in Eden threatened to cancel the whole project and destroy every single human being created if it means to maintain control over them were not implemented in time. Isu authority in Eden also maintained a hostile relationship with the sister realms of Atlantis, Elysium, and the Underworld. Right. So Eden and Atlantis, all this, yeah. Atlantis, Elysium, and Underworld, they were not on good terms, basically. Running parallel to the project of Anthropos was a separate project that sought to develop adamant-powered apples of Eden, and by implanting a neurotransmitter into the brains of Project Anthropos' human creation, the subservience to the apples of Eden was achieved. So basically, they created humans by fast forwarding the DNA of another species. They was going to use them to be to worship the gods, but then they decided to use them as slaves. But then when they weren't exactly subservient and they started being defiant, then they came up with the idea to make apples of Eden with a neurotransmitter in the human brain, kind of like the clones from Star Wars and Order 66. So neurotransmitter is like the like a biochip of some sort. Despite Thanos' eventual exile from Eden and flight to Atlantis, yes we know this, he flew there with his lover, falling in love with a human. The surgical removal of her neurotransmitter, an act which saw all mention of his name wiped from his histories. Okay. Also led to the first hybrid Eve. Okay. Okay, we are getting there. We are getting there with information. Project Anthropos Eve Connoisseurs. Okay, let's continue. We're going nuts. We're going absolutely nuts on the lore, guys, right here. Holy shit. Okay, so this is basically the information message from the council. Talking about the humans, blah blah blah. Build for us. Current father has given order to start production. Mother has compiled presented the designs, and Samuel's gathered the required talent. Creation begins now. So this is an order sheet for humanity. Can't believe it. Where did Folke get this? Did the order have the knowledge to read this language? Try to find out more if you can, Layla. This is big. This is really big. I informed Mentor Miles. Tried to transcribe pages of the Voynich manuscript, by the way, but it's still gibberish. It must use some sort of encryption as precursor boxes can decode. You must use some sort of encryption that precursor boxes can decode, and precursor boxes are the things that we see in the DLC of the Odyssey. Like sometimes we have the like the treasures that we can get in the Odyssey, and they're like little boxes, and they project like a symbol of like Earth or something that we can open. And it's also the same box in AC2. I mean, sorry, in AC3 that I forgot what his name is, gives to Connor, I think, and Connor gives it to Adewale, and Adewale eventually gives it to his some lady from I forgot who it was, but anyway, it ends up it's in the games that are like in AC3 and what's the one with the girl? God, what's her name? AC with Evelyn de Grandpere, whatever her name is. God damn, why can't I remember it? Not Revelations. Assassin's Creed. God damn it. Liberation. Okay. And we have some history on the precursor box where it's end up. Like if I precursor box. So just to give a rough, it's an Isu data cache. It's a type of device created by Isu capable of interacting with other pieces of Eden. It can do a variety of functions, blah blah blah. There's a bunch of stuff. So Ezio hands it to Sheldon, and then eventually makes its way to the West Indies. Adewale hands the box to Bastien, and then Shay gets it because he kills all sorts of people. Shay gets a precursor box. Eventually, he steals it from Dorian from AC Unity. Box and the Staff Shard interact. Well, it's not exactly the same box, so we don't know if it's the same box or not. But I believe that the West Indies box that Adewale has is the same one that Shay has, because Shay was around that era and he killed Adewale, I'm pretty sure. And he steals the box from Dorian. And Alvaro Grammatica from Abstergo has a box too, so we don't know exactly how many boxes there are. But I'm not really sure what this is. Seismic temples, okay. Anyway, right. Dude, that's just one of these things. Some sort of encryption precursor boxes can decode it. So does that mean the assassins have one of those precursor boxes? Tablet is found in Kabustan, Azerbaijan. Translation: announced on this day, 6/21/94. So this was 2161. This is years later. This is 33 years later. Workers on the construction site are reassigned to sanitation of the lake, effective now. Not sure this lake refers to, given the evidence found. We're pretty sure there must be a precursor vault there. This message seems to confirm it. Unfortunately, we haven't found it yet. Maybe this will help. Workers on the construction site are reassigned to sanitation of the lake, effective now. The only lake I can think of is the one in Jotunheim, where there is a lake and where Harvey goes there to be part of a reincarnation or something like that, right? The lake. Anyway, 2194. Pace ceramic was found in Jerusalem. Sunshine warmly inside a burning site, now has soothed the wound in a lake of tears. Example of precursor poetry, and a pretty sad one at that. Note that the original text follows a meter of 6 morae per verse. Okay. Doesn't give a date there. Translation: What was true is untrue, what was done is undone. It is a war and a rebellion. All are summoned to fight. This plate was found in Serengeti, Tanzania. What was true is untrue. Done is undone. It is a war and a rebellion. All are summoned to fight. So it was found in Xi'an, China. Translation: 2,800 shovels for shoveling, axes, plows. Local hide them. I suspect theft from inside. Shovels, axes, plows. Why would the precursors use such rudimentary tools given their advanced technology? Or did they keep their technology away from the human slaves? So many things we don't know about them. Yeah, it's definitely possible that they gave them crude tools. But it's also possible that even though they had advanced technology, like if you have advanced technology, it depends if it's a, you know, if you give, you know, 100,000 or, you know, thousands of humans rudimentary tools, as opposed to giving, you know, like 10 or 100 humans a really advanced tool or object, because, you know, assuming that you can't make, you know, advanced technology on a mass scale and give it to every human. Alright, that's cool. Staff of Hermes. Last week I reviewed the logs from my time at Bayak and came across some old notes. In the years I explored Cleopatra's Egypt, stumbled across 6 Isu temples, most of which were buried beneath tomb sites. Genetic memories. I was lucky. I don't believe they were Tinselberg himself. Seemed to willingly wear the messages that they played. They may have been coded in a way that only someone with animus could see them. Blaze on reality, which blurring into next, which is real, which is not. What if none are real? What if everything you know is false? We've run thousands of simulations searching for the right version, searching for Desmond. Each one of them felt real, but there's no way of truly knowing, is there? Not for sure. Anything can be simulated, and finding the answer could mean erasure. Teasing the assassin maxim, nothing is true. Must be careful not to confuse truths with facts. However, language gaming always lose, though we may simply now attempt to interpret it. The world, universe, reality, what have you, is always out there. I believe that, simulated or no. Although itself could be constantly full of reality. Wolfram via Conway suggests the universe is a giant cellular automata. To the point where difference simulated really meaningless. If the universe is simulation, what would it matter? I think this is some stuff from East Odyssey or Origins. Escaped on a table. The animus humankind's first unconscious attempt to explain what it could not see. Your animus is different, as is the mind that imagined it. Could escape the code. My animus is endowed with the ability to suggest alterations for days long past from any moment in time. Can extrapolate what might have been. Calculations of time I have not confined to what was or could have been. This is real, facts do matter, but from any moment in time I choose for animus, I can interrogate the memory. I can ask the word what if both can A stay together. Yeah, that's right. Read of calculations as the Easter wind pays pass. Anything else that are super great? Nothing new. Don't have COVID, no, I'm isolated. Alright, so if we see this media again, I wish we can make it bigger. Because I can't even hear it. I can't even hear it all. Well, lucky I saved it. Oh shit. What the hell? My friggin' Steam. God damn, that shit. Oh, scared the shit out of me. Alright, let's have a look.
I got the data. Sending it now.
The good thing is I can pause.
I got the data. Sending it now.
So here we see that's Loki there. So he sneaks in. The people wouldn't even know it's him. And we got the Toba catastrophe on the screen there at the back. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So I'm not really sure which one is which exactly, but There's a lot there. That's Harvey or Odin. Right, so next to him is Tyr or Sigurd. Freya, I think, is towards the end. I'm not sure who the guy with the moustache is. And I'm not sure who the guy right at the end is either. That's only 5 of them though. Oops.
I got the data. Sending it now.
Okay, goes by 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the guy, the big guy, to the second one to the left is definitely Thor. Don't know who the guy with the mustache is. Sorry, I'm doing this, but I'm trying to go slow. So there's a girl, and that's that end. I know Freya, like Freya's got to be one of them. Any images here? Oh, what the hell? That looks like an Abstergo symbol. Look at that. To the right there. See this here? That's an Abstergo symbol. Are they... Okay, so is this their symbol? And Abstergo got it from them? Or is this them like reading the future? And knowing that this is a symbol that will come in the future? Huh. There's a bunch of stuff over here. This is the life pods. This is like the babies, I'm guessing. And it's like getting uploaded. It's getting up like a tree. Then there's human here, and here looks like a tree too, but it looks like just a mirror image of this thing here. And this is Loki. Behind. He like probably goes on the computer to like make it so he can upload his thing. So there's only, it looks like there's only 3 pods. So it doesn't even look like there's more than one. I mean, it doesn't even look like there's enough for 8, unless there's another like set of 4, like, or 5, like on the top, like above. Or maybe they, I don't know how they did it. They go over here and they grab 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They only grab 2. But I don't want to read too much into that. All their shares activate. They got the mustaches there, got Tyr at the end.
Let it flow.
Let it flow. That's definitely his Freya, I think, there right next to him. Alright, so he gets injected. Does he get injected into them first? And it probably like scans their brains or something. From the life tree we go, to the life tree we shall one day return.
Tree we go. To the life tree we shall one day return.
So the life tree is an actual thing in actual Isu culture.
From the life tree we go. To the life tree we shall one day return. None may follow.
None may follow, Loki least of all.
Loki least.
Is that fighting in the background? No.
It is done. Now, to face our end.
See, he doesn't wake up. Why? Why did not all of them wake up straight away? Freya, Tyr, I saw the first 4. Then there's 2 behind them. They have swords. Are they swords? Are they the swords of Eden? I mean, they're Isu created swords, so they must be swords of Eden, right? And there's a hammer. And there's 2 more behind there. There's 2 guys there. Yeah, okay, so he's just about finished and he takes off his helmet. Oh, falls in a crevice? Holy shit. So you only killed him to steal the mask. I'll find you, Mad One, on the far side of our doom.
I will find you, Mad One, on the far side of our doom.
And there's blood this time.
Holy shit! What is that?
I have a few guesses, and all of them are wild.
Okay.
I'll upload this to the server.
Dude, that's insane. It's insane, dude. Alright, let's go back in. Huh. So I heard in the community, the Nazi community, people have actually been able to decipher in real life the Isu language using those like examples from the emails. So maybe like if there's something that we get in the future games or like somewhere in this game towards the end where we get like a whole like piece of text that's like not translated,
That poor soaker.
yeah, it'll be translated by the community
Sun up to sundown, he just sits there.
or by whoever figured out how to translate the language.
We should go. Look at him.
Father. Sigurd? My son, Eivor. By Odin's blessing, come and let me look at you both.
Stop. That is far enough.
Blood of Tyr. What happened there? A grievous wound you have. Are you well?
Far better than I look, I assure you.
This calls for a toast. Your journey must have been
Look at him,
long
dude.
and cold. A drink to warm your blood.
We are not here to drink or make merry. Only to look upon the rackets of a once great man.
And then what? Make new war against King Harald? Stake a claim on his crown? Is that your wish? To sow more chaos here?
You're absurd, old man. What could possibly interest me in this frozen backwater?
I heard rumors that England was infested with kings already. I thought maybe you would return here to...
I've cast aside all dreams of kingship, father. A much greater end lies in wait for me. I have returned for one reason only. To say goodbye.
Wow.
And to thank you for your colossal failure.
Failure?
As a father, as a king, as a man. For without it, I would not have discovered my true self.
My failure, as you call it? My oath to King Harald was the only sensible path forward for a man in my situation.
And what have you done with yourself since? Drink heavily and weep for what might have been?
I have worked hard to broker peace across our land, to spread Harald's message of unity.
I heard you sleep beneath Harald's bed, always at his beck and call, and that he uses your gaping mouth as a chamber pot.
You make light of my service to a great and powerful man. Is that how you treat those who serve you, Sigurd?
You pathetic worm!
Sigurd, this is not why we came.
Plans change.
As do hearts.
Not this one.
And you, Eivor?
I'll make sure there's no things here for a bad ending or whatever. Okay, I'm not sure. I don't think it does anything for the ending. Okay.
You should have told us of your plan to bend the knee to Harald.
And spared me the shame of seeing my father debase himself like a gutted pig.
You are right. I owed you the truth, and for that I am sorry. But I will not apologize for what I did.
Then I have nothing left to say to you.
My son, please.
Sigurd, wait.
I have spoken my words, and he has spoken his. And from this clash came bitterness. What more need be said?
I wish you well, Sigurd, in spite of all that has happened. I hope you find what you seek, and that it brings you peace.
It will. Our destiny awaits. Do not linger long.
I know you love him, Eivor. I know you trust him. But do not follow him blindly into darkness or despair.